Today we're looking at a Radio Shack Pro 2050 police scanner that we picked up at a flea market recently. And the thing seems to work okay as far as scanning and all that sort of thing, but the volume control doesn't work. As you can hear there, when you turn the volume on, it's at max volume. So we're going to pull the thing apart and take a look. We're hoping that it's just a bad solder joint or something like that. Alright, to take the thing apart, the first thing we're going to do is unplug it, of course. And then we're going to try and remove some of these screws. There's a couple on the sides, and then it looks like there's a few on the bottom here too. Well, two anyway. So we'll pull those off and see if we can get the case on. Okay, so I've got the bottom off the scanner here, and I've plugged it back in. And I'm going to turn it on. You can hear the noise. And if I wiggle these wires here, you can hear it cuts out, in and out, in and out. Okay, so after looking at this a bit and fooling around with it a little, it seems like it's working better now. So I think this last pin where the black wire is going in is just loose. And I think it's the pin. I don't think it's the wire. I don't think it's the wire crimped into the pin. I think it's the actual connection between the pin in the connector that's loose. Okay, so as a fix, what I've done is cut part of the lead off of this 1 watt resistor. The leads on a 1 watt resistor are a little heavier than a normal 1/4 watt or 1/2 watt resistor, of course, and I needed something a little bit bigger than that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this piece that I've bent, and I'm going to put it in the connector between the wire, between the crimp pin and the body of the connector, and that should firm it up enough so that it doesn't wiggle anymore. Okay, so I've got that in, and I'm just going to push it down, and I've got the bent end in first and the cut ends up. I'm going to just push that in as far as it'll go here, but not with too much force. Oops. Okay, that seems fairly well seated in there now. So I'll plug the scanner back in, turn it on, and we'll see what happens. And the volume control seems to work normally. And if I wiggle this, we don't seem to have any problems. Okay, so normally I would like to pot that with something, some sort of epoxy, just to make sure that that little jumper wire isn't going to fall out of there at some point in the future, but I don't happen to have anything close by, and it seems like it's in there pretty tight. I think it'll be okay for the application that this is going to be in, and for the price that was paid for it. I think even if that were to fall out and cause a major catastrophe, I think it would still be fine. So I think we'll go ahead and throw the lid back on, put the screws in, and call it in. Okay, so here's the bottom case. We'll put that back on. That just clips in like this, and it looks like it's a little bit hinged. So the front should kind of go in first and lock into place, and then it slides in and clicks, and then it's in. So then it's just a matter of putting the 2 longer screws here down into these recessed pockets, and then the other 4 small screws into the side. Okay, so everything seems to be working good. We've got it in scan mode. I've got the squelch up right now. So if I turn that down, you can hear the volume is working normally like it should. I don't have a scanner on, or an antenna on this right now, so I can't try any actual stations, but I do know that it works properly in all other regards. The owner has reported the only problem is the volume control, and I think we fixed that now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful to you in some way.